Hi Virgo, this reading is for you from February 17th to February 29th. It's a general reading, so we'll see how it plays out. It might go in any direction. Apply it to your situation, whether it's love or healing or sickness or money. It will apply to your situation. And if it doesn't resonate, that's okay. Just move on to another video. And I'm holding the camera in my hand. I don't have a tripod, so if the shakiness is difficult for you, I just wanted to let you know from the beginning. Okay, so I already laid the cards out, but I haven't looked at them yet. So here's your reading here. And this card is the most important message that you need to hear. The most important piece of advice for you to follow for your life. That even if nothing here matters, this is the most important. And I put this rock right here because you guys, when I got to this card, Virgo, my body had a reaction. I had like a really huge tingle. Almost a brain orgasm, if you've ever heard of that sensation. So I'm trying to see what's going on under the card, but I think it has a very important message for you. And I got these little cards here in case we need to clarify anything. I am open for readings, you guys. All the information is below, and I always show my little paintings. This is Phoenix Rising, and this one is still almost done, but not quite done. And they're all for sale, you guys, so I don't turn down anybody's offer. You know, if you want a painting, I'll send it anywhere in the world. Just send me any amount of money and the painting is yours, okay? So starting off, Virgo, beautiful. Look what we have here. Two of my most favorite cards in the decks. So you got the Alchemist, the Magician. So it tells me right now, Virgo, that you, no matter what you are going through, are in a very, very strong manifestation position. That it's telling me whatever the rest of this reading is about, it has something to do with the manifestation, but it's also telling me, and the purple really sticks out for me, that purple skull under there, but it's telling me that all the power is in your hands. And with the swan being with it, to me, gives it even triple the amount of power. It says, graceful transformation, soften your heart and find your flow. So I love that to go with the Magicians, because the Magician, if you try to do any manifestation and your heart is not soft and you're not in the flow, that manifestation will come back to you with the energy that you put into that manifestation. It's important to be in a place of very spiritually connected when you do any sort of manifestation work, or you will tap into very dark energies. So soften your heart and find your flow. In regards to doing manifestation, I almost feel like there's somewhat of a warning, because I saw under the table. So there's like somewhat of a warning for you to be careful in your manifestations, because if you're not having the right kind of energy within, your manifestations will reflect that. So next around you, Virgo, what I see, what wants to flow into your life, or the energy flow that's either for or against you. And some people might see this as you're in need, but I feel this is reciprocal. It's reciprocal energy in your life of being given to, but also giving back. Okay? So there's a lot of exchange of energy being encouraged in you. But with the monkey here, let that inner child come out when it comes to your giving and receiving of abundance, okay? Because here you might be being really serious, okay? And I feel like with all these four cards together, don't take it too seriously. The main thing is about the energy that you're in. And if you're being way too serious, and I see so many people approach manifestation. You guys, I started doing readings. I'm 55, so I predate when The Secret ran around the world, that book. But before that book, those books were still around. That information was still around, but it just wasn't pumped out like that. And it was pumped out in a way I got to do some videos, because being in this job pre-manifestation rituals and after, it has put a lot of darkness in the world. A lot of people don't understand that manifestation is both a dark art and a light art, but for some reason a lot of people think it's neither one. They don't understand that it's most of the way that people are doing it is often black magic, and it's just not very healthy. So I feel for you, Virgo. There's a really strong energy of telling you to be aware of what your predominant energy is, okay? Because it will reflect in all that you manifest in life, okay? So there's plenty of beings around that are more than happy to to assist you in your manifestation. When I say beings, I mean dark beings on the other side. And I just, like I say, I see so many people that come to me and I can manifest this and I can manifest that, and they're bragging about it. But if you're manifesting and you're asking for things that are being made by people in slavery, you are doing something evil. You are partaking in evilness. And I've directly asked people about this, and they say, oh, but that's those people's karma. Yeah, okay. And then my answer is, okay, well, are you Buddhist? Are you Hindu? What do you know about karma? And most people know diddly squat. And to know anything about karma, you got to get it from a divine source. From books and from earthly knowing, you can only go so far in the understanding of karma, okay? Eventually, you have to get it from a higher source. And that's when you're going to know what true karma is. The sun. Okay, beautiful for you, Virgo. I love the 3 lineups of these cards. You're manifesting something, I'm telling you that. The sun card is telling you that, again, we got this child, this inner child here. Inner child work. You need to take a more playful approach to your life. Some of you could be going on a nice sunny vacation, but because I see the 2 inner childs here, the 2 children, and the whole thing about relaxing and recharge, there's some definitely, Virgo, you need to let that inner child out big time, and especially when it comes to your manifestation work, Virgo. Okay, so what just occurred in your life? And it seems like to me, well, you guys, Virgo, you already got 3 major arcanas. This is what in your recent past, maybe you visited a psychic, or a lot of people are really noticing that, wow, the minute I think about something, it's coming back to me. The minute there's so much psychic energy that I'm not used to having. What the hell is this? Wow, did I just speak telepathy to somebody? And that's really happening, folks, and it's happening at an accelerated rate. So with this card, you got stepping into your power. Don't take a back seat in your story. It's time to step up with the High Priestess, stepping into your power. So in some big way, you had some divine opening when it comes to your psychic abilities and manifestation abilities, Virgo. But there's still a warning here to take a more childlike approach and to be aware of your energy. So it shows me that you're resting. You're recuperating, but it's not showing me from what. So for some of you, you're going on a vacation over the next 2 weeks for sure. Because this guy is resting and he's recuperating. Usually it's the warrior after he's been through some battle. And it's often he's lost the battle. Or he feels uncomfortable with some of the things he did while in that battle. So he's turning to the Divine Mother to assist him. He's praying. Some people consider him dead, which is interesting because the purple skull jumped out at me. So there's a side of yourself in the word transformation with the skull. Just look at it like that. Very interesting. Alchemist and transformation is in your hand and is upon you. So and my card, it just got all blurry. Why did you do that? Okay, I don't know. Mysteriously, something blurry is happening here, you guys. I'm not sure what is going on. But anyways, that seemed like something ghostly. Some ghostly visitor for some of you Virgos. And look, we just kind of snapped right back in as soon as I said ghostly visitor. So, and as soon as I said that, you got the ancestral healing. Your ancestors are holding space for you to heal your past. So check that out, that the camera went blurry when I went to this, and then came back to that, and then it went totally clear as I was saying. Ancestral healing. So you are going through some healing work here. You're maybe healing. You had some epiphany, that's for sure. Some psychic insight came to you that you suddenly, maybe you're feeling, there's some Virgos, well, some of you are going on vacation, that's for sure. You know, you're going someplace fun in the sun. But other ones of you, I feel like you did have some kind of big insight to the whole light and dark energy thing when it comes to manifestation in your life. And I feel like you're trying to heal, but what's in your family line that needs to be healed? What keeps coming up in your life, Virgo? And this is something we're all going through right now, because we all have stuff. Like if there was a murder in your family back 4 generations, that has carried forward, that energy has carried forward somehow, if it wasn't finished out properly. Okay? So, you know, I was lucky to learn this at a very young age. A lot of stuff about our ancestors and ancestral worship. And unfortunately, in our part of the world, I'm in Canada, ancestral worship is very unheard of in our generation. But even in my mother's generation, it wasn't. I mean, it was very common after church for people to go to the graveyard and picnic there and stay there all day. You know, big groups of people. Because you are honoring your ancestors. Because we are carrying forth their energy. We are carrying forth their DNA. And we are carrying forth their issues. You know, murder in the family, there's not usually one murderer in the family. That carries forth and carries forth, whether you know about it or not. Incest, rape, abuse, drunkenness, they carry on from generation after generation after generation. So Virgo right now, as we speak, and this can be off by 2 weeks, you guys, in anybody's life, the energy of this, 2 weeks in the future or 2 weeks in the past, but your timeline might not be exact, but most readers on YouTube set the intent, a very strong intent, that the people watching will get benefit from this. The people that are led to your videos will get benefit from this. And you got so much about the feminine side. I feel like there's particularly men watching or women watching that are stuck in their masculine ego state, and they've gotten some kind of epiphany that they need to go on the feminine side of the brain. and childlike innocence is needed. There is a transformation occurring, and your ancestors want you to heal something about your life. And you know what that is. I feel like there's somebody out there that has some guilt about something that they have manifest or in the way that they've used their energy. Now, you guys, I have this rock here that I put because when I got to this card, like I said, my brain just had this brain orgasms, they're called, okay, for anybody who hasn't ever gotten one. There's other names for them, but it's just a sensation that goes through your brain that's so euphoric. And I didn't see the card when I laid it down. And it's acceptance, embrace who you are. So it looks like to me that, like I say, there's a Virgo watching that's going through some sort of guilt, perhaps for something they did in the past. They're trying to let go of some of their egotistical ways that come from their ancestry line. So Virgo, if you're listening to this, look into your ancestry line. What is something that you see in your family generation after generation after generation? Is it poverty? Is it drunkenness? But it's something from the ego mind that you have gotten an epiphany about. Okay, and I feel like it has something to do with your manifestations and what you manifested in the past and how. Embrace who you are, acceptance. And like I say, the little hedgehog, oh my God, he's so cute. You can look up the meaning of the hedgehog, but he's just adorable, isn't he? So and it to me has a lot to do with that inner child. You at your core, and maybe some of you were hurt as a child that caused you to go into an ego state. Maybe it fragmented your mind in some kind of way. You picked up your father's poison is what I'm hearing. Embrace who you are. Accept who you are. This is almost like a rebirth energy, okay? Accept who you are. Your flaws and all. Accept your past. God forgives everybody if you truly work on yourself, okay? And God sees that. You can't fake it with God. He sees it all, okay? And with that is the Hermit card, which is really beautiful. You have 2 cards in a row of hermiting away and seeking spiritual help. And you're being told that your ancestors are here to help you with this ego death, okay? This anger, this fighting, this rage, this inappropriate use of the sword, okay? So you have Mother Mary there to help you, but now you got the Hermit going, seeking wisdom with the hedgehog. So it's through going along, through meditation, through seeking wisdom, and wisdom is coming to you. The way will be shown to you. The light, okay, is coming your way. And I would say this would be the last week as you move into more acceptance, embrace who you are, okay? The last week of February. So, wow, the last reading, I think it was Leo that got this card in the exact same position. And this series of readings that I've done for the last half of February, every set of readings that I've done, people have gotten at least one card similar. At least one. Some people almost got the exact same. So to me, it shows me that in your subconscious mind, you are ready for once and for all to be done with something. You might have had this lesson come to you 5 or 6 times. Perhaps you date always the same kind of man, or you attract the same kind of situations, and that's connected to something in your family line that needs to be healed. But deep in your subconscious, what's propelling you forward is a big desire to be finished, to understand the lesson of what you're going through, Virgo, and be done with this. And with this card, it says nurture. Allow any anxieties and worries to be gently released and offered up to be healed. Isn't that amazing? So everything is talking about some healing for you right now. But you're asking for it from the universe. You want to be free of your anxieties and worries. But it's telling you to be gentle with yourself. It's important to do acceptance. It's important to seek guidance. But I think this is all coming from some sort of psychic information that came your way, whether it was through watching videos. But I think for most of you, it just came through your own intuitive ability. A knowing. There's a sense of knowing suddenly what you need to do, Virgo. I love this. I love this. Really, this reading is so powerful. Oh my goodness. So here we have a card of complete emotional happiness. Okay? And this is in the position of your others, your environment. So around you, you really do have a lot to be emotionally happy for. This is complete emotional fulfillment. You got your lover, you got your kids, you got a beautiful garden. And you might not have that in life, but what it's saying to you, that to be in your environment has a lot of abundance. Okay? There's a lot of goodness around you. There's a lot of love. And you're to focus on that. Know that deep within your being. Make a wish. There's emotional fulfillment all around you. And what I love with this is that it came with a peacock. Okay? So it tells me that self-love, time to celebrate you and all your magnificent light. So you got the nurture, you got the acceptance, ancestral healing, stepping into power. Wow. You get some powerful stuff here, Virgo. Oh my goodness. Okay, this card always flows me off, but so many people are getting it. It's, for me, the hardest card in the deck. The dude scares me, and it's such a masculine form of control. Look at his face. Like, did they make this card on purpose? It's so creepy. What is that on his face? Why is it there? It's like something that splits his face right in half, like a face painting or something. Why? Anyways, I just can't deal with him. But when I see this card, I focus on the golden keys. It tells me that there's some golden key available to you if you would follow something that you learned in your tradition. There's a golden key there that you've learned in whatever form of spirituality has come into your life or was in your life, maybe in your childhood, that caused you to go down a path that away from spirituality or away from traditional religion. But it's telling me there's some key there that could help you right now in your life. This is in the position of advice. And wow, it's a powerful card. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 major arcana. Virgo, whatever you're going through right now, you're going through something that is destiny, that was meant to happen, okay? So it really has nothing to do with your manifestation and more to do with it was your life path. It was written in the stars. And you got the starfish with it. Intuition. Listen to your soul's truth. Think less, feel more. And that's a very interesting card to get with the Hierophant, because the Hierophant is very stern, okay? Even though he's supposed to be the direct connection to God, the direct connection to spiritual information, I just don't know. I don't know. People say these two are counterparts. I think these two are counterparts. But maybe that has something to do with my own inner stuff. I mean, how are you feeling about the Hierophant card? I know a lot of people that do tarot that have some difficulty with this card because it's just so severe. But what it is telling you is to connect in some kind of way that you've already learned from your childhood or your traditional religion mixed in with whatever you turned away from it. Like, I feel like somebody watching turned away from their traditional religion, because it stifled them somehow, or they felt abused there, they refused. But you're being called at this time in your life to blend the two, your intuition and how you were taught to reach out to the divine, because you have the ability to connect directly with divine source through your masculine and feminine side being in balance, okay? Because there's a lot to do here with yin and yang energy. This is both male and female, okay? A lot to do with inner child. So, whoa, I love this. Male and female energy, another major arcana here. So, by the end of February, and give it 2 weeks in either direction, you guys, you are going to be in a very powerful position. I think, like I say, you're doing manifestations that came from the ego mind, so you were doing dark magic. And I think the realization came to you, and you regret maybe something that you've done. And maybe there's some black wizards with us, and I don't mean the color of people's skin, I mean the color of the energy, the vibration. This is what keeps coming up for me, and I think that you've learned that you need to really connect on a deeper spiritual level before you do any more manifestation rituals, okay? And here we got you as the Empress, so you're in just a really, really, really strong vibration of intuition, creativity, nurturing, love. This is especially good for any man watching, but for any women, like you're being very strongly encouraged and told to move away from the egotistical side of yourself, and you have already gotten that message, and to move into a more balanced, because it's all along the way. It's the inner child, it's the feminine, it's the masculine. You guys, my camera ran out. I hate it when I have to change cameras because it makes things so much longer. But I think that you discovered, Virgo, that you need to balance. And this is all to do with manifestation and moving forward in life. And you discovered it at this time because it's your destiny right now to discover that you need to take care of that ego side, that the ego side of your life was in charge, and you need to move into a more balanced between the masculine and the feminine and your inner child. And like I was saying, masculine and feminine and inner child is everywhere in your reading, and you got so much spiritual cards, it's beyond words. And these cards all go together. They are not in friction with each other, okay? They all go together. And for any of my Virgos watching, that if in your childhood that you had some difficulty with traditional religion, it is telling me that there is something there that is beneficial for you if you could apply it to your spiritual life now, okay? So it's a combination of what you've learned since you left your traditional religion of your childhood is what I hear, and what you've been involved in ever since. And I feel some of you are deeply involved with manifestation, and you discovered that perhaps you were doing things in the manifestation realm that were of the dark magic, and intuitively that was brought to you, some information to help you. So you're going through this transformation of healing something that was in your family line and going within, and you're finishing up a cycle. And know that there's emotional happiness around you, but you need to listen, you need to connect. Okay, this is your biggest advice right here, but we still got another card of advice. And by the end of the month, I feel like you're in your full blossoming of feminine energy, whether you're male or female. this energy going forth in life. And we went blurry again. Oh, now we went clear. And I love how the light is just radiating off of her. So your ego self is now being replaced by a much softer version, which will help you so much in your life. You needed this to happen for you. Why is everything blurry, you guys? What's happening? There's some sort of energy here. And I got just such a strong tingle with this card. Courage. You are being tested. Have faith and stand in your truth. You are being tested. And look at the key. What did I say about the golden keys? 3 golden keys. You are being tested in some kind of way in your life, but you are being called on to have faith, courage, and stand in your truth, but not in an aggressive, egotistical, masculine side of the brain, not in fight or flight mode, but from a soft, loving, mature, intuitive perspective. And Virgo, the Virgos that are watching me, you are exploding into psychic realm, the spiritual realm, creative openings, a lot of downloads of how to truly manifest and what we're really supposed to be doing with this manifestation, because most of the way that people are using manifestation is a very infantile way. It's not the way it's meant to be used. It's meant to be used for healing of the collective, okay? Oh my goodness. I think we got the swan starting your reading. Yes, we did. And look at the key word on here. Transformation. Transformation, okay? So think of the famous swan stories, okay? The ugly duckling, okay? Or swans often are seeing their reflection, so it's something in your life is mirroring back to you. So the most important message that you need to hear at this current time, and there's that beautiful swan. So right now, your power animal is swan. If you want to look that up, you guys, you go ahead. But it's grace and it's beauty and it's white light. So in some kind of way, there is a Virgo that's watching me that's moving away from doing black magic, whether you knowingly did it, because most of the people that come to me since those stupid books came out are doing nothing but pure black magic, and I just have to talk to them and point it out for a few seconds and they get it. But they don't understand that there's a whole spiritual thing behind it, and you can hurt people with what you're asking for, you guys, for sure. Narcissistic people are master manifestors. They're masters at it, and they master that at age 4, okay? So there's nothing in the light about what they're doing. So everything in our time is pushing us towards more demonic and more demonic energy. Anybody that can tell you that it's on the rise, especially people that do exorcism. And a lot of the reason is because people decided we're taught that doing manifestation rituals, they're doing something spiritual when they are not. Anyways, Virgo, that's what your reading came out as. So this is the way you're going to get it. That's why you got this big lecture. And another interesting thing, the number 13 is the death card. And this is what stood out for me. It's that purple skull, So the death of something that came to you through a realization, that a download, that you were to change something. Transformation, intuition, patience, okay? All feminine attributes, okay? Transformation, intuition, patience. You're being called to be patient right now. Know that you are going through some transformation and some big intuitive opening in a big way. This is all over your reading. Okay, Virgo, I hope that was helpful. And comment below what you think of the reading, and if you would like it, anybody, any sign that would love a bonus love reading or money reading, I can do that. You just comment and let me know. I did one for Sagittarius because someone asked me, so that's all you have to do, folks. Can't do a personal reading, but if you want a personal reading, you can book it through my site. But if you would like a collective reading for your sign on love or money or health, just comment below on what you would like. Okay, peace out to ya.